You suck at cooking, yeah, you totally suck.
Today we're making a crispy chicken sandwich, not to be confused with a tipsy flippin' clam ditch. For this chicken sandwich, we're gonna use chicken, and we're gonna get it into chicken sandwich shape. I'm pounding it to get the thickness more uniform so it cooks more evenly. But you can also use chicken thighs if you want. Don't worry if it's long and falling out the sides. Your chicken doesn't have to conform to your bun the way that you conform to society, man. But you can also cut off some nuggets if you want. Now we're gonna make our brine with a cup of buttermilk and 2 teaspoons of salt. Now you can put some hot sauce or other spices in here, but nothing is really gonna penetrate the chicken aside from the salt, so save most of your spicing for the outside. And wang jangle it until it becomes a salty buttermilk ocean. Now it's up to you if you want to marinate in an above ground pool or in an IV bag. They both work as long as the chicken is submerged. You can move it around every now and then, but make sure it sleeps in the molecule slower downer for at least a few hours if you can. Now we'll make our dredge, also known as the chicken powder room, which is going to be 1.5 cups of flour, and this doesn't have to be super accurate. You can use the pre-powdered stuff, but I prefer to grate fresh flour myself. A couple tablespoons of cornstarch for extra crispitude, 2 teaspoons of baking powder because that's what other people do and I can't think for myself, a tablespoon or 2 of garlic powder, and a whole bunch of cayenne if you're into pain. Okay, this is chipotle powder, but keep in mind the spices are going to have their volume turned way down once it's fried, so don't be afraid to go buck wild. But also beware of cayenne's ability to hurt you. Now we're going to make our slaw, which starts with the only vegetable known to be made of leather. We'll slice that as thinly as humanly possible. You'll know if it's thin enough if it looks cool as a hairstyle for an onion. If you're against using leather, you can just use crispy water. Now grab a carrot and drill a hole in it to allow the juice to drain so the coleslaw won't get soggy. Now we'll thinly slice this with my fancy peeler slicer thing. It's up to you if you want to include the carrot nougat or not. And now a quick creamy sauce, mayo, sour cream, and a splash of red wine vinegar to numb the pain of life. I accidentally got the low-fat sour cream, which is a crime against human decency, but sometimes you have to adapt to trying circumstances and forge ahead. Pickles are an essential part of not only a chicken sandwich, but most every sandwich. Unless of course you don't like pickles, in which case you can replace them with seeing a psychiatrist to figure out what's wrong with you. I'm going to slice them into long strips, although you can also smash them into one flat pickle if you prefer. Pickles are also great for making knockoff alligator shoes for your battering ram. The reason pickles are so great in sandwiches is because they give you a hit of acid. I mean, it gives the sandwich a bit of acidity, which enhances the flavor. And now it's time to dredge the chicken, but first make sure to dredge your dredge before dredging so nothing ends up in your chicken that you'd prefer to stay out of your chicken. Now you want to grab a piece of your chicken and let the buttermilk drip all inside the batter. You want these little milk spice globules to form and stick to the chicken to create nooks and crannies and added texture once it fries. Go ahead and be spring break sloppy. Just work that floury, spicy coating into the chicken until it's well covered. And once you've got your chicken ready to go, you can gently put it into your oil, which is at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. If you feel a fear response when making this, it might be a residual memory from being called chicken when you were a child. Or it might be your recognition that hot oil is extremely dangerous and needs to be used with care. Which is why you'll find a link in the description about all the oil safety stuff you need to know if you're going to try this, so please check it out. Some say crispiness is an inside job, and you can't have crispy chicken with a soggy heart. Those people are dumb. We'll let this cook for around 4 minutes until it has a fever of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I've got a thin squeezable potato bun here, because my philosophy with buns is that they should hold the sandwich together, but otherwise get the f*** out of the way. Okay, come back, I need you. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I'm just gonna fry the bun to get it mildly golden brown, and don't forget to knock your wang jangler onto the floor. If you're on keto, you can take your bun and just do this. Perfect. And now it's time to assemble, starting with the spicy mayo on both sides of the bun. Look, I'm just a person with a very high sauce threshold. Now we'll add our protective pickle layer, add on that crispy chicken. We'll top that with our coleslaw, which along with the mayo and chicken makes for a real creamy, crispy, crusty contrast. And then we'll throw the spicy mayo bun sealing on top, completing our chicken sandwich puzzle. Is this the crispiest sandwich in the history of chicken sandwiches? No. But is it the tastiest, best chicken sandwich ever made? No, it's not. But is it a really good chicken sandwich that you'll probably enjoy and maybe it'll be your favorite? I'm not sure. Oh hey look, it's those New Year goals you were totally gonna smash this year for real this time. And maybe HelloFresh can help you with that. How? 2 words. Fresh ingredients plus easy recipes that come right to you. You don't even need to know that grocery stores exist. Everything is already measured out and the recipe cards are dead easy to follow. It's like paint by numbers cooking, but by an actual chef. And that chef is you. This is not a drill. If you want to cut down on your delivery addiction and learn to cook some restaurant quality food, you'll be done cooking before the delivery would have even gotten to you. Plus, you get the sense of accomplishment that comes with following instructions. I mean, cooking a great meal. I personally love how the easy delicious ratio is a thing of mathematical beauty and also taste bud beauty. What I mean is the recipes are easy and they taste great. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code USUCK65 for 65% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com and use code USUCK65 for 65% off plus free shipping.